Hello everyone, in this video you will learn about past tense and past continuous tense. What did you do last week? Did you do your homework? So, we always use past tense to talk about actions in the past. Before we talk about the usage of this tense, let us first talk about the form of past tense verbs. For most of the verbs, usually we just add ed at the end. And for verbs ending in e, we just need to add d. For verbs ending in a consonant, which means letters except the vowels, and with a y at the end of the word, we need to change the y into ied. And for some verbs ending in a single consonant, we need to double the consonant and plus ed, as you can see in the examples. And of course, we have a lot of irregular verbs. So here, you can see some of the common irregular verbs. Usually when we use past tense, we have some time expressions about the past. For example, yesterday, last week, a few minutes ago, this morning or this afternoon, and just now. For example, we looked at the irregular verb table just now. So if we need to write negative statements in past tense, we write these sentences in this form. For example, I didn't play anything yesterday. If we are using verb to be, then we need to use was or were. For example, I wasn't at home yesterday. They weren't at home yesterday. When you are asking questions in past tense, for yes/no questions, usually if the verb is not verb to be, then we need to start the questions with did. For example, did you do your homework yesterday? When you answer this type of question, you need to use the verb that is used in the question, that is did. So if for yes, then yes, I did. If no, then no, I didn't. Of course, we can use verb to be to ask yes/no questions. For example, was he at home last night? Were you at home last night? Of course, for I, he, she, and it, we use was. And for you, we, and they, we need to use were. And similarly, to answer this type of question, you need to use the word that is used in the question, that is was or were. So you can say, yes, I was, or no, I wasn't, or yes, they were, or no, they weren't. For WH word questions, because we already have the word did in the question, we do not change the form of the verb. For example, what did you do yesterday? How much did the computer cost? Of course, we can use verb to be in WH word questions, such as when was the Tingma Bridge built? Where were you last night? For the third question, when was the Tingma Bridge built? The verb is in PP form because it is in passive voice, which you should have learned. So, we talked about past tense. How about past continuous? Basically, the difference between past tense and past continuous is the duration of the action, of the past action. Usually for shorter actions, we use past tense, and longer actions, we use past continuous tense. You can see this difference very obviously in the example below. While he was having a shower, the phone rang. So, for having a shower, this is obviously a longer action, and the phone rang, this is just for a moment, so this is a short action. So we use past tense for action B, and past continuous tense for action A, that was having a shower. Actually, we use past continuous tense in three situations. The first one, to talk about an ongoing past action. For example, yesterday night at around 8 p.m., I was eating grapes. That means I was doing that action at that period of time, and that is a rather long action. The second situation, that is the example that we used, an interrupted ongoing past action. Usually, we have one action in past continuous tense, and the action that is interrupting the ongoing action would be in past tense. For example, I was eating grapes when she arrived. And the third situation is to talk about parallel actions. That means that two actions are both long actions. For example, I was writing while she was dictating. It means that writing and dictating, these two actions were happening at the same time, and they are both long actions. So this is the end of the video. Thank you.